Hey, what's happening everyone? Journeyman here and welcome back to the Puritans. Today is the turn of the year as we enter 2019, still in charge of Banbury United. So, since the last episode you joined us, there has been a few games. Obviously we lost 3-1 in the last game. There has been 4 games in total. We got 2 wins, 1 defeat and 1 draw. The 2 wins were Kings Langley away from home, 3-1 victory. Wimborne beat them 1-0. Magnatsville 2-2, which was slightly disappointing because we led both times in that game. And then Gloucester was the single 2-0 defeat. So we go today's game up against Royston and Kings Lynn. Both teams are doing well in the league. Royston are currently above us by 2 spots. They are 4th. And then Kings Lynn, I believe, are 9th place chasing playoffs, just like we are. So, going into today's game, no real news as far as players are concerned coming in and out of the club. Mitchell Nelson will miss today's game. He is out, and he is out for just a while, I think 8 to 12 months. So, yeah, he's not going to play for the club again. So that's a huge blow for us. But moving forward, obviously we're out today are Jans Yeomans as well. Felix will take his spot, and Josh Williams, despite being 95%, will not start today. Brad Smith will take his place. So a little bit low on numbers, especially at the back. I'm going to have to recruit some players coming in. So the rest of the team though looks pretty much the same. Nothing really surprising. Delaney, Wiltshire, Finch, Dixon, Joachim from the midfield. Rafulu leads the line with, of course, Smith, Holland, Felix, and then Wilbritt at the back. Alright, so let's get this game going. Royston, it's a big game, very important game. If we get a victory here, it could really solidify our position as playoff contenders. If we lose though, we might slip back into the upper mid-table area of the league. Alright, early chance here. Felix going to whip the ball in. Lenny makes the clearance. Only as far as George. George now turns, gives the Powell. Someone's got to get stuck in there. Long ball forward, Wilbrett should deal with that, not a problem. Alright, so he's got a couple players to aim at. Finch headed down to Wiltshire. Intercepted by Linley. Delaney as well to win it back though in an advanced position. There's Dixon. Dixon to Joachim's through on goal. Joachim, he's found his goal scoring touch again lately. He's got himself a couple of goals in the last 4 games. So that's promising to see, but he missed that opportunity as Felix smashed it over the bar from the edge of the area. Alright, chance now perhaps to Royston. We did well to win the ball back though. Here's Dixon to Wafulu. Wafulu to Dixon. Hits it long, looking for Delaney. Finds him. Delaney's through on goal. Oh, great effort there and a fantastic save by Wren. Delaney took the shot nice and early there. Almost caught Wren off by guard. But good save from the keeper. But the ball's around the back of the net. Dixon's got himself a goal. Bohan Dixon has scored. But unfortunately, Tom Holland's picked up a knock in the process. So we're going to have to take him off here. Josh Williams is not fit. He's on the bench. He can play if possible, but I'm tempted to bring on Magundu instead. Oh, this is a tough decision. We're going to bring on Magundu instead. Not really naturally a centre-half, but I don't want to risk Josh Williams. I can't lose Holland and Williams for a sustained period of time. That would just be devastating. So instead, we'll bring on Magundu and have faith that his experience will see him through at the centre-half position. Alright, 37 minutes on the clock here. Still playing pretty well today. Here's Wafulu. Lays it to Dixon. Got that opening goal to Joachim. Joachim to Wiltshire's got space at the edge of the area. Good opportunity for Wiltshire there. Didn't hit the target though. Disappointing not to do so. Here's Finch to Adam Smith to Wiltshire. There's Dixon to Joachim. Dixon again! Oh, that's another chance. Oh, we're getting chances. We're not taking them. That's usually a very bad sign at this level. But still, decent build-up play. We're creating chances at the edge of the area. Just wish it fell to anyone else but Wiltshire and Dixon, to be honest with you. Alright, so not bad. Good first half. We're playing well. Looking pretty solid at the back despite the injury concerns. So let's just keep it going. Honestly, I'm not going to try and tinker things too much because we are playing well. If we are still at 1-0 and we haven't extended our lead, I probably will make a slight tweak later in this half. So here's Felix now to Finchy. There's Dixon to Wiltshire. Back to Dixon again. Back to Finchy. Patient build-up play. I don't mind that at all as long as it's purposeful. Here's Smith. Great ball there. Delaney's beat him to the ball. There's Joachim at the back post. It's in there. Kane Joachim. 2-0. and that's put us in the driving seat now. So 2-0, that's actually this result currently has lifted us back into the playoff spots, right above Bishop Stortford. Delaney did well to beat the keeper to the ball, and that's a great header at the back post from Joe Jim. Well played there from Mr. Luke Delaney. He was approaching the assist record for the club, and that just edges him a little bit closer to that record. Here's a free kick now. Ball's whipped in, and that's 2-1. Actually, won't count. I think the assistant linesman's going to... Yep. It's going to give it a foul. A foul, maybe? Didn't quite say, but nevertheless, it's goal was disallowed. Alright, 69 minutes out. 20 minutes left to go in this game. Here's Marriott now to Cregan. Cregan shoots. Good save there from Will Britt. Parries it out. There's Taylor at the back post. Well cleared from Smith. There's Rowe. Good tackle there from Wiltshire. Well timed. Beautifully done. And Wafulu should be able to hold the ball up long enough to make the clearance, but maybe even a counter-attack. Wiltshire's now through on goal. There's Joachim. Gets in there. 3-0. Incisive counter-attacking football there from the Puritans. Gets in there, my son. Wiltshire just kept running forward there. He won the ball on the edge of the area, and he kept going forward. He got himself in a really good position there, and unselfishly laid it across to Joachim for an open net. And 3-0. Would you believe it? Alright, here's Smith. Back to Finchy now. To Smith again. Look to make some changes in a few minutes to freshen some legs up. Ball sit long there. There's Chappell. Chappell to Sellers. Good pressure up top there for Wafulu. He's done well to win it back. He's in the box driving forward. Oh, what a finish, Jonathan Wafulu. Wafulu soldier. Getting goals for Puritans. That's my little chant for him. I hope you guys enjoyed that because you probably won't hear it again. It's pretty bad. But still, wonderful, wonderful defensive forward play there from Wafulu. Pressure on the back line, caused a mistake, and he finished it really well. 8th goal of the season there for Jonathan Wafulu. Alright, let's make a change then. Let's bring off Finchy. He's done well today, to be fair to the lad. Let's bring on George Corp instead. Yeah, what other changes we can make? We'll bring off Jonathan Wafulu, got his goal today, so let's bring on Marcus Johnson in his space. Alright, here's Delaney now. Intercepted well from Sellers. This is really going to help our goal difference too, which is actually lacking this season. Here's Cregan now through on goal. Good save there from Britt. But yeah, the 4-0 has given us a nice goal difference now, because previously we were +9, I think, and obviously we're competing with Bishop Stortford. They are +25. So obviously they've got a really, really favourable goal difference. So these kind of results help us in the long run. Alright, so we're about out of time here for this game. Looks like it's going to be a very comfortable 4-0 win away from home against Royston. Fantastic result. Definitely did not expect this level of performance today, but fantastic all the way around. The guys just did very, very, very well. So up against Kingsland next, and that's going to be another tough game. I believe they won the last one. They've now lifted themselves into 7th place in the table after a 3-1 win over Gloucester, who we just lost to recently. So Kingsland look like they might be a pretty tough game. And also we're going to be out Tom Holland. He's going to be out 4 weeks, 2 months with a twisted ankle. That's a big blow for us. And Delaney's also picked up a bruised ankle. He's going to be out 2 to 3 days. So we got a little bit of an injury crisis at the midway point of the season. We'll definitely have to delve deep into our squad to try and carve out another victory here against Kingsland. Alright, so here we are up against Kingsland now. There's going to have to be numerous changes to the side. I actually forgot as well, Kane Joachim is on loan from Kingsland, which means he is not available for today's game. So without quite a few players in there, yeah, Delaney can't play. Smith is also struggling today with fitness as well. He's not going to be able to play, is he? Right midfielder, Knights. Left midfielder, though. Who's going to play left midfield? Bradbrook can play left midfield. Knights can play right midfield as an inverted winger. Holland, instead of Holland, we're going to go with Josh Williams. Glad to have him back in today's team. Centre defender, perfect. Who else? That's okay. Let's go to the bench. Just fix this real quick. So, lucky enough, we do have a number of quality players available as backups. We don't need another midfielder there, do we? I'll put Smith on the bench, and then we got to work out a right back. Who's going to play right back? Charlie Horton. Haven't seen you in a while. Run out today, will you? All right, and then we'll also do... We'll probably need another centre half in there. Dasani is there. He's not a centre half though. Andy Sutton, Mark Gray. Andy Sutton it is. All right, so rough around the edges, but we are kicking off today with 11 players. That's all that matters. And we're up against Kingsland, a very tough team. Ryan Jarvis talented striker, 32-year-old, very well known at this level. As you can see, he played for numerous teams, got myself 15 goals this season. He's having a great campaign. And also Liam Walsh is a player I really like. Oh, is it Liam Walsh? Oh, no, it's Luke Walsh. Never mind. I don't know anything about him. Playing well this season, though. But yeah, Liam Walsh is a different kind of player, but he's not playing today, so it doesn't matter. Let's stop talking about a player that's not playing. All right, so here we go. Banbury at home against Kings Lynn. Let's get it done. Obviously, we'd like to follow up with 2 wins in a row. That would solidify a place in the playoffs. The last game was a huge victory. As long as we don't screw the pooch on this one, we should be okay. Ooh, that was close. Ryan Jarvis rose highest in the box. And that was close. But here's Charlie Horton to Finch at the edge of the area. There's Horton again. Finds Finchy to Wiltshire. There's Dixon. Oh, it's almost a great through ball there. Looking for Bradbrook, but he couldn't quite connect. Ball goes long here to Nzengo. Nzengo's going to take on Charlie Horton now, one-on-one. Oh, and he's beaten there. And Wilbritt as well to claim the cross. All right, so this is a long highlight. Here's Collins in the middle of the field for Kings Lynn. There's Walsh. Oh, that's a terrible mistake. What the fuck were you two doing? Comedic defending there from Williams and Britt. What the frick was that about? Britt came out. Should have been easily claimed. I don't know what Williams was doing there. I don't know if Britt communicated it to him what was going on, but nevertheless, absolutely comedic defending. Gave Jarvis an open net. All right, it's another chance now for Kings Lynn from the set piece. Jeffrey's got space in the box and he's found the back of the net 2-0. God damn it. Oh dear. All right, add insult to injury as well. Another injury. Kieran Wiltshire, Shabazz Mofi is going to come on in his spot, but another injury to be concerned about. All right, shocking first half. Absolutely shocking. 2 pieces of crap defending. An injury to Wiltshire has put us down 2-0 here, and it's looking... This is going to be very tough to get back in this. Kings Lynn are no slouches at all, and they played really well in the first half. We had the majority of the possession, but they had the majority of the chances. We'll keep the same lineup out there. Again, haven't got many creative options on the bench. You could bring on Johnson, maybe push Wafulu out wide instead and try and twist some things around. But apart from that, it's been absolutely abysmal. His Night Star has been invisible today. Gibson hits it long. Come on, Felix. What are you going to do with it? All right, there's Smith to Finchy. So Mofi. Let's build from the back. Let's do something. Let's do something, I don't know, positive in this game. All right, so here's Felix. Come on, Dixon. Mofi, well played. There's Knights now. Knights! Oh! Hits the bottom of the post and goes wide. Better. Much better. Alright, here's Horton now. And the Dixon! Come on. Hit the freaking target. Here's Knights, the free kick. Oh, what a free kick. Gets in there, Darryl Knights. Fantastic. We're back in this. Come on, boys. Darryl Knights with a free kick. Beautiful free kick from the journeyman. And we're back in this game, boys. Come on. Alright, here's Norman now for Jeffries. Put the pressure on the back line. Come on, stuck in. Ball sit long. Smith does well. There's Rafulu now for own goal. Oh, yes, get in there. Jonathan Rafulu, 2-2. We're back on level terms. Fantastic. Wafulu Soldier scores goals for Puritans. Get in there, my son. Fantastic finish there from Jonathan Rafulu. Took a gamble. Keeper stayed on his line. Great finish there from Jonathan Rafulu. Alright, let's push. Let's make it. Let's get the winner today. Come on, boys. There's Knights to Horton. Not quite sure what happened at halftime, but the boys suddenly turned up to the game. There's Knights. Great cross to Dixon. Oh, off the underside of the crossbar. Come on. Come on. Oh, unlucky there. There's Syme now. Oh, good save there from Wilbritt. Punches out into a dangerous area there. Unlucky enough to react first and get the ball away. Here's the resulting corner, though. Ball's whipped in. Oh, and Williams somehow flicks it on out of danger. Alright, another injury now. Darryl Knights has picked up a knock. So I'm going to change things around here then. Rafulu's going to go out wide to play right midfield, and Johnson's going to come on play up top. Finch is also struggling in midfield. We're going to keep him on, though. Disappointed to lose Knights. He's been integral for the second half comeback. Alright, and the substitute has now just got injured too. Mofi's had to come off. Yeah, it's not looking good for us. We got Magundu, we got Corp. bring on Magundu, and we'll have Magundu play as a ball-winning midfielder. Alright, 5 minutes to go in this game. Honestly, we're 2-0 down at halftime, and losing players left, right, and centre. I've got to be happy with a draw. Despite having momentum and Dixon hitting that crossbar, I honestly thought we were going to snatch a winner here, but wasn't meant to be. Here's a late chance for Kings Lynn. Nazengo puts it in, but overhits the cross, and full-time whistle finally gone. So, being 2-0 down, playing as badly as we did in the first half, the fact that we came behind and got a draw, I've got to be pleased with that effort, be honest with you. I'm not overly disappointed. Could have got a winner there, but regardless, it still wasn't a defeat. So, anyway, looking at the league table right now, we're actually playing extremely well. We are 5th place in the table, 26 games played. So we have, 17 games left to go of this season, give or take. Wait, no, that's not right. We have 20 games left to go this season, 20 games left to go in this season, and we currently sit 5th place. So we're only 12 points off our point total last season. So that kind of shows the level of growth that the club has seen. However, we have some concerns, mainly this. Currently, we're the highest injury report in the league, and unfortunately, Wiltshire's going to be out 3 to 6 weeks. Mofi's going to be out for 4 weeks. Jan Yeomans is going to be out 4 to 8 days. Tom Holland's going to be out 2 to 5 weeks. Nelson's done for the year, and Darren Knights is going to be out for a couple of days. That's not too bad, but it's tough. It's going to be tough now for the upcoming weeks. Might have to bring in temporary reinforcements, see who's available on loan, see if we can bring some players in and help out. If not, it could get pretty messy for us, especially in the middle of the park. Lucky enough, though, we do have the likes of George Corp that's waiting for his opportunities. Mohammed hasn't played. Luke Delaney's going to be back for this game. Jocham's going to be back. Magundu's available too, and not to mention we have some very promising young players. Obviously, Desane is still at the club as well. He's definitely going to get promoted to the senior squad again, so he's going to get some games. He hasn't played a single game this season, by the way. And we also have a very promising youngster as well, Zach Quirk, who is a ball-winning midfielder. Doesn't look anything special, but he's put in some really nice shifts in the reserves in the under 18 team. So he's definitely going to have to maybe step up to the plate in the upcoming weeks. Speaking of, look at the fixtures ahead. The January 2 fixtures we're going to do is going to be Cambridge City and Bishop Stortford. Cambridge, I think, are rock bottom of the league. And then we take on Bishop Stortford, as we know who we are. We're competing directly with for the playoffs at the moment in time. So thanks so much for watching the episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed the series so far. Things going much better for us this season. And going forward, it's going to be interesting times ahead of us because we have lots of players. Contracts are expiring and we haven't got much money to spend. So it's going to be difficult to retain said talent. But thank you all so much for watching the video. Hope you guys are enjoying the series. If you are, remember to hit like on the video. If you want to see more videos from me in the future, please hit subscribe, turn notifications on. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next part. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.